Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Julie Chrisley now strip searched after every visitation. Julie Chrisley is now reportedly getting strip searched after every visitation. Did Todd Chrisley's wife or someone in their family do something to merit this extra precaution being taken after she gets a visit from a loved one? Or is this new policy the Federal Medical Center in Lexington, Kentucky has put in place? Keep reading for the surprising details. Julie Chrisley strip searched after every visitation? Chrisley Knows Best fans have been coming forward with tidbits of information about Julie and Todd Chrisley's time behind bars, thanks to their loved ones who are also locked up at the same facility. One fan recently learned from a loved one behind bars that they are now being strip searched after every visit. The Chrisley Knows Best fan explained that they had a friend visiting one of their children who happens to also be locked up at Federal Medical Center in Lexington, Kentucky. Their friend's child revealed there was a new guard that used to be posted behind the wire. This fan proceeded to explain behind the wire was a much more strict area within the same prison. So the guard is used to running a tighter ship. As such, thanks to the new guard, inmates are now strip searched after every visitation. The fan noted that Julie must love the new change in policy. Moreover, they admitted they could only imagine what Julie's daughter Savannah will have to say about the change in policy. Savannah Chrisley has been very vocal. As Chrisley Knows Best fans are aware, Savannah has been very vocal with her thoughts on how FMC Lexington has been treating her mother. A while back, Savannah was extremely vocal about the facility treating her mother worse than dogs as it didn't have air or heat. A statement was later issued indirectly in response to Savannah, noting that all federal prisons had air and heat with the temperatures outside called for them to do so. Fans have been more than a little frustrated with Savannah's complaints as they argue her mother is in prison, not in a spa. When the Chrisley family's world crumbled after Todd and Julie Chrisley reported to federal prison, fans wondered how their new reality would unfold behind bars. It seems like every few weeks, a shocking new headline surfaces. Whether it's about Todd's alleged mistreatment, Savannah's fight to get custody of her younger siblings, or Chase's heartbreak over family tensions. But now, a stunning new claim is making waves. Julie Chrisley is reportedly subjected to strip searches after every visitation. If true, it paints a stark and deeply unsettling picture of the Chrisley Knows Best matriarch's life inside prison walls. The stark reality of prison protocols. While strip search sounds jarring and humiliating, in the world of prison security, it's not entirely uncommon. Many correctional facilities enforce strict post-visitation searches to ensure no contraband is smuggled into the inmate population. Phones, money, drugs, and even simple snacks from vending machines in visitation rooms can become high-value contraband once inside. Julie Chrisley, once known for her perfectly styled hair, southern charm, and motherly warmth, is now reportedly treated no differently than any other inmate. Every hug from her children, every touch from her husband when they were still in the same facility, every handshake with a family friend, may be followed by the cold, clinical demand for her to strip down and prove she hasn't smuggled anything back into the unit. The thought of Julie, who spent years curating an image of grace and refinement for reality TV, now forced into such invasive scrutiny, has left fans outraged and heartbroken. Savannah Chrisley speaks out. Savannah Chrisley, who has taken on the role of spokesperson for her parents since their incarceration, has not been shy about blasting prison conditions. From claims of mold and inedible food to limited medical care, Savannah has painted a grim picture of her parents' podcast episode. She hinted at even more humiliations her mother endures. "My mom has always been a lady. She's always carried herself with dignity. And now they strip her down after we see her every time. It's humiliating, it's unnecessary, and it's breaking her spirit." If Savannah's words are accurate, the experience is not just a matter of security, but one of dignity. For Julie, who prided herself on being the moral center of the Chrisley family, The procedure feels like yet another blow from a justice system that she and her children insist has wronged her. A Southern belle in a stark new world. On Chrisley Knows Best, Julie was the calm voice of reason, balancing Todd's dramatic flair with her softer, nurturing presence. She was the mom who held her family together, the grandmother who baked cookies, the wife who stood by her husband through financial ups and downs. Now, fans are left to imagine Julie, once adorned in pearls and pastel cardigans, being ordered to undress and undergo invasive searches in a harsh institutional setting. She must feel stripped of everything: her privacy, her identity, her femininity. One fan commented online, "She went from Southern royalty to prison degradation." Critics argue it's standard, not personal. Of course, critics of the Chrisley family are quick to point out that Julie isn't being singled out for special punishment. Prison advocates stress that strip searches after visitation are routine in many facilities, regardless of who the inmate is. Every inmate, whether they're a reality star or not, is subject to the same protocols, explained one former corrections officer. It's not about humiliation. It's about safety. If you allow exceptions, the system collapses. Still, knowing it's routine doesn't lessen the sting for the Chrisleys, or for fans who continue to see Julie as unfairly targeted. How Todd reacts. Even behind bars himself, Todd Chrisley has reportedly been vocal about what he sees as mistreatment of his wife. Sources close to the family claim that Todd has filed multiple complaints, insisting Julie is being treated like a criminal worse than she is. Ironically, Todd himself has faced similar allegations of mistreatment in prison, including claims of retaliation from guards and being denied basic comforts. But when it comes to Julie, his anger turns protective. He always called her his queen, one insider said. Now he feels like she's being robbed of every ounce of dignity. That breaks him more than his own struggles. Fans rally behind Julie. Despite their convictions for tax evasion and fraud, the Chrisleys still have a loyal fan base who see them as victims of a system eager to make an example of them. Online, hashtags like #FreeJulieChristly and #JusticeForJulie trend every time new details emerge about her prison experience. "She doesn't deserve this," wrote one fan on Instagram. "I can accept that she broke the law, but the punishment doesn't have to be cruel. Strip searching her after hugging her kids is dehumanizing." Others point out the irony. A woman once scolded for being too polished on reality TV is now being forced into the rawest exposure imaginable. The emotional toll. For Julie, the emotional weight of such searches goes beyond the physical act. To be stripped after every family connection is to be reminded, again and again, of her new reality. Every embrace from Savannah, every kiss on the cheek from her son, is immediately followed by institutional suspicion. Prison psychologists warn that such practices can break inmates' spirits, especially those like Julie who entered prison later in life with no prior criminal background. "She's not a hardened criminal," one prison advocate noted. "She's a mother and grandmother adjusting to the harshest environment imaginable." The emotional whiplash of love, followed by humiliation, can be devastating. What comes next? The Chrisley family continues to appeal both Todd and Julie's convictions, with Savannah promising to fight until my last breath to bring them home. In the meantime, the family has turned Julie's alleged mistreatment into a rallying cry. "Mom is strong," Savannah insists. "She's broken in ways, yes, but she's still fighting. We won't let her lose hope." Whether or not the strip searches stop, or whether the Chrisleys manage to overturn their convictions, the image of Julie Chrisley standing in a prison cell, stripped of everything but her will to survive, is one that will haunt fans for years to come. Final thoughts. The idea that Julie Chrisley, once the heart of a reality TV empire built on Southern charm, is now being strip searched after every visit is both shocking and sobering. It's a reminder of how drastically life has changed for the Chrisleys, and how fame offers no shield once prison doors close.